Welcome to Vintage Car Chronicles, your daily deep dive into the fascinating world of automotive history. You can find us on Spotify, Deezers, Apple Music, and YouTube. Today we're going to be shifting gears a little bit to explore a concept car that truly dared to dream, the Volkswagen W12.
The W12, oh, it's such a fascinating story. A fascinating tale of ambition engineering and, maybe even a little bit of corporate strategy. It's a story that unfolds in the late 90s with Volkswagen aiming to challenge the supercar elite, which might seem surprising for a company known for its people's cars, right?
Yeah, not exactly what you'd expect from the makers of the Beetle. So what was the driving force behind this audacious project?
Well, the mastermind behind the W12 was Ferdinand Piëch, grandson of Ferdinand Porsche and just a visionary leader at Volkswagen. He really wanted to prove that Volkswagen was capable of engineering a world-class supercar.
And not just any supercar, but one powered by an engine so innovative that it could potentially trickle down to their luxury models.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the heart of the W12, the engine itself. It was a groundbreaking design, wasn't it?
Absolutely groundbreaking. The W12 engine was essentially two narrow-angle VR6 engines, which were already unique in their own right, merged together at the crankshaft. So imagine two compact V-shaped engines interlocked to form a W. This resulted in a 12-cylinder engine that was incredibly compact, lightweight, and powerful.
Okay, I'm starting to see the genius here. So by combining two VR6s, they essentially created a 12-cylinder engine that was much shorter than a traditional V12.
Precisely. And that shorter engine means better weight distribution, a lower center of gravity, and ultimately improved handling, especially in a mid-engine supercar. It was a really clever solution to a complex engineering challenge.
And it wasn't just about performance. It was also about making a statement, right? They needed a car that could showcase this revolutionary engine in all its glory. And that's where the W12 Synchro comes into the picture.
Yeah, the W12 Synchro debuted at the 1997 Tokyo Motor Show. And it was a showstopper. Designed by the legendary Giugiaro, it had the sleek, futuristic design, with a mid-engine layout all-wheel drive and, of course, that innovative W12 engine sitting right behind the driver.
It's like they were saying, look what we can do. They followed that up with an even more daring design in 1998, the W12 Roadster, a topless version that really emphasized the engine's versatility.
Yeah, the Roadster was unveiled in Geneva, and it was just as striking as the Synchro. It felt like Volkswagen was teasing the world with a glimpse of a Volkswagen supercar future, but then things took an interesting turn.
Ah yes, the plot thickens. Volkswagen went on a bit of a shopping spree in 1998, acquiring Bentley, Lamborghini, and Bugatti. How did that impact the W12 project?
Well, that's when the strategy shifted. Instead of creating a Volkswagen-branded supercar, the focus turned to utilizing the W12 as a testbed for future W configuration engines, in their newly acquired luxury brands.
From a business standpoint, it makes sense. Why compete with your own high-end brands?
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder what could have been if that Volkswagen supercar had actually become a reality.
I know it would have been fascinating to see a Volkswagen supercar alongside the likes of Lamborghini and Bugatti. But even though the W12 never wore a VW badge on a production car, it still went on to have an incredible impact.
Let's talk about that impact. Before we get there, though, I want to know more about what happened with the development of the W12 as a concept car.
Okay, well, after the Roadster, Volkswagen continued to refine the W12 concept, focusing on pushing its performance boundaries. This led to the creation of the W12 Nardò, unveiled in 2001.
The Nardò. Now, that's a name that evokes speed. Tell me more.
Well, the Nardò was named after the Nardò Ring in Italy, this high-speed oval track. It's a proving ground for some of the fastest cars in the world. And it was fitting because the W12 Nardò was built to break records. It boasted an updated 6-liter W12 engine that cranked out a staggering 591 horsepower, a significant jump from the earlier concepts.
So they weren't just content with having a powerful engine. They wanted to prove that it could also handle extreme speeds and endurance.
Exactly, and that's precisely what they did at the Nardò Ring in 2002. The W12 Nardò completed a grueling 24-hour endurance test, achieving an average speed of over 200 miles per hour.
Hold on, over 200 miles per hour for 24 hours straight. That's insane. What did that achievement tell the world about the W12 engine?
Well, it solidified the W12's reputation as a true performance powerhouse. Not only was it powerful, but it was also incredibly durable and reliable. Imagine the engineering required to create an engine capable of withstanding that level of stress for an entire day. It's a testament to Volkswagen's commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Okay, so we have this a groundbreaking engine, stunning concept cars, and record-breaking performance. This begs the question, why didn't the Volkswagen W12 ever make it to production as a supercar?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? As we mentioned, the acquisition of Bentley, Lamborghini, and Bugatti likely played a significant role in that decision. Volkswagen may have been hesitant to release a supercar that could potentially compete with their newly acquired luxury brand.
Yeah, it makes sense from a strategic perspective, but it's still a bit of a what-if moment for car enthusiasts. Imagine seeing a Volkswagen supercar on the road going head-to-head with a Lamborghini or a Bugatti.
Oh, it would have been quite a sight. But there's a silver lining here. Even though the W12 didn't become a standalone supercar, its legacy lived on in a different, perhaps even more impactful way.
Now, that's what I'm really curious about. Tell me, how did the W12 engine find its way into the automotive world?
Well, instead of powering a single supercar, the W12 engine became the heart and soul of several high-performance and luxury vehicles across the Volkswagen Group.
Ah, so the W12 story wasn't over after the concept cars. It simply took a different path.
Exactly. It evolved and adapted, demonstrating its versatility and influence across various brands.
I'm eager to learn more about this evolution. Let's dive into that next.
Yeah, the W12 engine, it proved to be a remarkably adaptable powerhouse. Volkswagen incorporated it into a range of vehicles, including the luxurious Volkswagen Phaeton, the powerful Touareg SUV, and the flagship Audi A8 sedan.
It's fascinating to see how an engine initially conceived for a supercar could transition into these different segments,
Yeah.
showcasing its versatility.
Yeah, that's the beauty of innovative engineering, right? It often transcends its initial purpose and finds new applications in unexpected ways. But perhaps the most significant and enduring legacy of the W12 engine lies within another Volkswagen Group brand, Bentley.
Ah, Bentley, the epitome of luxury and performance. I'm guessing the W12 found a perfect home there.
You could say that. The W12 engine played a pivotal role in revitalizing the Bentley brand. Back in the early 2000s, it became the heart of the Bentley Continental GT, a grand tour that combined opulent luxury with exhilarating performance.
The Continental GT was a game changer for Bentley, wasn't it? It introduced a new generation of buyers to the brand and really solidified its position in the luxury performance market.
Absolutely. The Continental GT, powered by a specially tuned version of the W12 engine, really captured the essence of Bentley: effortless power, refined elegance, and a driving experience that was both thrilling and comfortable. It was a resounding success, and it really helped to reestablish Bentley as a major force in the automotive world.
So even though we never saw a Volkswagen badged supercar with the W12, its impact on the automotive landscape is undeniable. It powered luxury sedans, SUVs, and even helped revive an iconic British brand.
Yeah, it's a reminder that innovation doesn't always follow a straight path. Sometimes the most groundbreaking ideas evolve and find their true calling in unexpected places. The W12 engine is a perfect example of that.
It's like a seed that was planted with the concept cars and then blossomed in different ways, spreading its influence across the Volkswagen Group. But let's not forget those concept cars. They were truly remarkable feats of design and engineering.
Speaking of those concept cars, the W12 Nardò's record-breaking endurance run at the Nardò Ring, it deserves a closer look. It wasn't just about speed, it was a testament to the engine's durability and reliability.
You're right, we touched upon it earlier. But I think it's worth revisiting. What were some of the challenges they faced during that 24-hour test? I can't even imagine what it takes to keep a car running at those speeds for that long.
It was an incredible feat of engineering and logistics. Remember, this wasn't a purpose-built race car. It was a concept car designed to showcase technology and design. So to run it at sustained high speeds for 24 hours straight meant pushing every component to its absolute limit.
I imagine everything from the tires to the brakes to the cooling system had to be meticulously managed. Any hiccup could have derailed the entire attempt.
Exactly. They had a team of engineers and mechanics monitoring the car's every function throughout the test. They had to factor in everything, tire wear and fuel consumption to the potential for mechanical failures. The Nardò Ring itself is a challenging track, with high banked turns that put immense stress on the car and driver. It's hot and exposed with little shade, so managing the engine and driver's temperature was also crucial.
It sounds like it was as much a test of human endurance as it was mechanical endurance.
Absolutely. The drivers had to maintain focus and precision for hours on end, battling fatigue and the relentless pressure of maintaining those speeds. It's a testament to the dedication and skill of everyone involved that they were able to pull it off.
And they didn't just complete the test. They shattered records. Over 200 miles per hour on average for 24 hours, covering over 4,800 miles. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it was a remarkable achievement and a testament to the W12 engine's capabilities. It proved to the world that this engine wasn't just a showpiece, but a true contender in the world of high-performance engineering.
So we've talked about the engine, the performance, and the legacy of the W12, but let's not forget the aesthetics. Those concept cars were designed by Giugiaro, a legend in the automotive world. What can you tell us about his approach to designing the W12s?
Well, Giugiaro is known for his sleek, futuristic designs. And the W12 concept cars were no exception. He wanted to create a car that was both visually stunning and aerodynamically efficient. The W12 Synchro, for example, had a very distinctive silhouette, with its low-slung profile and a glass canopy that extended over the engine bay, almost like a window into the heart of the car.
It sounds like he was showcasing the engine as much as the car itself, almost like a piece of art you could drive.
Precisely. And the design incorporated elements that were quite innovative for the time, like butterfly doors that swung upwards, and large 19-inch alloy wheels that filled the wheel arches perfectly. The W12 Roadster followed a similar design language, emphasizing the open-air experience with its sleek, topless design.
They were definitely head-turners, that's for sure. These cars were a testament to Volkswagen's ambition and their commitment to pushing the boundaries of automotive design.
Yeah, they were a statement to the world that Volkswagen was capable of creating world-class sports cars.
All right, so the W12 was a revolutionary engine. It featured in some beautiful concept cars, and it helped to revive Bentley. It sounds like its legacy is one of ambition, innovation, and ultimately success, even if it didn't become that standalone Volkswagen supercar. What else is there to learn about the W12? Well, we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into the Volkswagen W12, from its ambitious origins to its record-breaking performance and its surprising legacy. I feel like we've gained a real appreciation for this engine and its impact on the automotive world.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story. The W12 is a prime example of how innovation can sometimes take unexpected turns, leading to outcomes that are perhaps even more significant than the original vision.
And speaking of innovation, I'm still curious about some of the technical details of the W12 engine itself. You mentioned earlier that it was essentially two VR6 engines merged together. Can you break that down for me a little bit? What makes a VR6 engine so special, and how did they combine them to create the W12?
Okay, so let's delve into the technical side of things. A VR6 engine is in itself quite a unique design. It's a V-shaped engine, but instead of having two separate cylinder banks set at a wide angle, it has a single cylinder bank with a very narrow angle between the cylinders. This makes it compact, but still allows for a larger displacement than a traditional inline engine.
So it's like a compromise between a V engine and an inline engine, taking the best of both worlds.
You could say that. It combines the smoothness and power potential of a V engine with the compactness of an inline engine. Now, to create the W12 Volkswagen, essentially took two of these VR6 engines and offset them, slightly connecting them at the crankshaft. This created a W-shaped configuration with 4 rows of 3 cylinders each.
Wow, I'm trying to picture this in my mind. It sounds like a very intricate design.
It is. It was a very clever solution to create a 12-cylinder engine that was significantly shorter than a traditional V12, while still maintaining a compact overall size. This was crucial for weight distribution and handling, especially in a mid-engine sports car.
Right. We talked about that earlier. A shorter engine means a lower center of gravity, better balance, and ultimately improved handling. It's like they solved a complex 3D puzzle, fitting all those cylinders into a relatively small space.
Exactly. The W12 engine was a remarkable feat of engineering, combining power efficiency and compactness in a way that was truly groundbreaking for its time.
So they had this incredible engine, and they wanted to showcase it to the world. Tell me more about the design philosophy behind those stunning W12 concept cars. What did Volkswagen want to convey with their aesthetics?
Well, they wanted to create a design that was both futuristic and timeless. They turned to Giugiaro and his team at Italdesign, who were renowned for their ability to create cars that were visually striking, aerodynamically efficient, and had a sense of enduring style. The W12 concept cars were meant to be attention-grabbing, showcasing Volkswagen's engineering prowess and their ability to push the boundaries of automotive design.
Yeah, they certainly succeeded in that. Those cars were like rolling works of art. The W12 Synchro, with its low profile, that distinctive glass canopy, and those butterfly doors, it must have looked like something out of a science fiction movie at the time.
It was definitely ahead of its time. The design language was very clean and elegant, with a focus on smooth, flowing lines. The use of glass in the canopy was a particularly innovative touch, allowing people to see the engine within the car. It was a way of showcasing the heart of the vehicle and making a statement about its technological sophistication.
And the W12 Roadster took that design language and made it even more dramatic, right? It was all about the open-air experience with its sleek, topless design.
Exactly. The Roadster emphasized the W12 engine's power and presence, making it the focal point of the car. It was a beautiful car that truly captured the spirit of freedom and performance.
It's a shame that we never got to see a production version of the W12 supercar. But as we've explored in this deep dive, its legacy lives on in other ways. It powered luxury sedans, it found a home in powerful SUVs, and it played a key role in the revival of a legendary British brand.
You're right, the W12 engine might not have achieved supercar status itself, but its influence on the automotive world is undeniable. It's a testament to Volkswagen's engineering capabilities and their willingness to push boundaries. And it's a reminder that sometimes innovation takes unexpected paths, leading to outcomes that are even more impactful than the original vision.
It's a story that proves there's often more to a car than meets the eye. Sometimes it's the stories behind those cars, the what-ifs and the unexpected turns that make them truly fascinating. A big thank you for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the Volkswagen W12. It's been a journey through ambition, innovation, and ultimately a celebration of the power of automotive dreams.
It's been my pleasure.
Remember to check out our daily show, Vintage Car Chronicles, available on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, and YouTube, for more in-depth explorations of the automotive world. Until next time.